So when buyer E comes and say, I want to put an offer for 550,000, you are out because your max is 555 and you were supposed to jump by 10. So you are automatically out of the competition, out of the bidding war. Hi guys, welcome back on my YouTube channel. This is Lyne, your real estate agent in New Jersey, and today we're going to review what an escalation clause is. So why do I want to talk about the escalation clause? Number one, I do believe that a lot of people are not aware of what that is, and then whenever they end up in bidding wars, they're confused about how they lost against somebody else that put an escalation clause. Second, I do believe that this is a very powerful tool. Even though a lot of sellers do not really like it, it is a very powerful tool that can allow you to get the offer accepted on a home that you love. So an escalation clause is a segment in a contract whenever you put an offer down that basically says, I am willing to beat the next best offer by a certain amount to a maximum price. So what does that mean? Let's take an example. You are buyer A. Buyer A puts an offer on the home for 500,000. But you know that this home is probably going to get a lot of offers and it's probably going to sell for more than asking price. But to avoid paying more than what is needed to get the offer accepted, you want to put an escalation clause. The escalation clause says, I am putting an offer on a home of 500,000 and I am willing to beat the next best offer by, for example, 5,000. 10,000, 20,000. Okay, so whenever buyer B comes and puts an offer on the home for 510,000, you are saying, I am beating it by 10,000. So now you're at 520,000. That is your offer. Now, buyer C comes and says, I am putting an offer for 530,000. Now you beat it by 10,000, so you are at 540,000. But it can go up and up and up. In some bidding wars, it can really go up. So you want to have a max, a cap. That is what an escalation clause is, because otherwise it's never going to end, right? So you put an offer and you say, I'm willing to beat it, but I cannot go further than 555,000. That is my max. So when buyer E comes and say, I want to put an offer for 550,000, you are out because your max is 555 and you were supposed to jump by 10. So you are automatically out of the competition, out of the bidding war. You reached your cap, and that's the one that you feel comfortable with losing the home on. That's also something that I tell my clients. Your cap should be the amount that you would not regret losing on if someone else was to win the home. Something that you feel comfortable that, you know what, that's it. It wasn't meant to be for me. That is it. But if you put an offer and your escalation clause cap is at an amount that you know yourself that you could have done way better, and then whenever someone else says get the home, you regret, you're like, oh, I could have done better, I could have put a higher cap, I know that I had the money to do it, I regret, then that's on you. You should put the cap to a place where you really feel like this is it and I'm comfortable losing the home on that max price. So all of this means that your offer can climb, but you are still in control. So there's definitely benefits in this. Number one is that you can actually be competitive in that game without overpricing yourself immediately, because you could have bid something that is your escalation clause cap, but you know what? The seller could have probably accepted way lower, and maybe there was not even any offer close to that cap. So you kind of wasted money bidding that high when it wasn't even necessary in this case scenario. Number two is that it's emotionally draining to be in a bidding war and having to be like, oh, should I bid higher, going back and forth with your agent, and the agent going back and forth with the listing agent, and you feel like there's a lot of emotional investment in this. With an escalation clause, that's it. You said, I'm willing to bid it. That's my max. It is what it is. You do what you need to do. If my offer wins, it wins. If it doesn't win, it doesn't win. End of it. And number three, even if a lot of sellers don't like it, it is still showing them that you are serious about it, that you have the money for it if it comes to it, and that you really want the home. But why do sellers don't really like escalation clause? I believe that is because they feel like they're not in control anymore, because you are now controlling the price and they cannot really come to you with a counter offer. They can't really come to you with negotiation. They're not in control anymore. You are in control. Another reason why they do not like it is because there's a lot of paperwork and proof that have to back up any other offer that comes in the way of your offer. So if you put an offer and buyer B comes and put a better offer, they have to prove that buyer B actually put an offer that was better than yours. It's called a bona fide competing offer. Because you know what? It's like, okay, a listing agent could totally fake an offer and be like, well, there's another person that came and put an offer better than yours, so you're going to have to top yours by 10,000. They cannot do that. It's illegal. It's a legal violation to do that. They cannot lie. And that's why your attorney and the attorney of the sellers have to work together to prove to one another that there was actually an offer, a valid offer that came through that beat yours. I hope this gives you a better understanding of what an escalation clause is. It is definitely a powerful tool, but I wouldn't say that this is the tool to use on every offer that you put down. Sometimes a simple, confident number is what is actually going to make you win compared to a complicated clause. And additionally, it may not be the right move simply because it reveals straight away to the seller what is your maximum budget on the home. So sometimes you want to keep that private. Your realtor just have to guide you on this, because you just have to know when to use that tool. If you have any question about escalation clause, don't hesitate to leave a comment and I will get back to you. If you're looking to buy, sell, or relocate to New Jersey, just get in touch and I will get back to you as soon as possible, and let's get it cracking. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share it with someone that you know is right now looking for a home, or actually in a bidding war and they're hoping to get the home that they love. God bless you.